I made the show at the US Open. So match play is done. I grinded through, managed to get the number 6 seed for the first TV show at the US Open. Pretty awesome, great start to the season. But yeah, let me quickly walk you through how match play went, and I'll tell you how my road to the show was. So we bowled 24 games of match play, 1 match against each player in the top 24. My first round started out a little bit nervous, but I got through it decently. Lost a couple close matches where I didn't perform as great as I wanted to, but didn't really have any bad games and had a couple decent games. So won 3 matches, got through it. I was in 9th after the first round. So all in all, considering my physical execution was a little bit off, it was quite a decent result. The second round though, I bowled really well. Lanes played a little bit different. I felt like there was pushed a little more oil down lane, which allowed me to stay in my stronger balls, and my straighter angles a little bit longer. I was able to use my gem and my proton physics the entire time for those 8 games. Managed to win 5 of the games. Actually got a little unlucky not winning more, but Richie T's bowled 240 against me when I had 230, something like that. But that's how it goes. I bowled some really good scores, and when I made the change about halfway through from the gem to the proton, my ball reaction got really good. So that was a really good block. Also have to mention the first game that as I said, I was kind of struggling the first block with some physical issues. Second block came out strong through a lot of good shots, made a 4-10 in the 9th frame to stay in the match, and then doubled in the 10th frame to force my opponent to get a double, and he left a 10 pin on the first shot, so I won that match. That was a big start, shooting 240 and getting off to a good start with a win there. But yeah, that block moved me a little bit up the standings again, and put me about 100 pins ahead of 10th place. 9 players made the cut, so there was a really important round for me, and I bowled really well physically. So big block there. And the third block kind of had a little issue getting comfortable when we started. We bowled a lot of games, so my hand was a little bit sore, had a little bit of issue getting the right feel with my thumb, and yeah, it just led to a lot of bad shots. Couldn't really get the right level of excitement going, and it kind of multiplied. And yeah, luckily my first match I bowled a bad game, but Matt Sanders had absolutely nothing on that pair, unfortunately for him, and I managed to win that game anyway. Then it got a little bit better slowly, and I bowled some decent games, which at least didn't cost me any pins, but didn't help my position either. Then again, about halfway through, I was able to get from the gem to the proton physics, and my look got a lot better. I got a lot more comfortable, started executing a lot better, and my scores got better, and I started winning matches, bowling better scores, yeah, winning my matches, and I got all 3 strikes in the 10th, which ended up tying me with Chris Prather in a pretty important match, with Chris being one of the guys right outside the show, and shooting 237, getting the 15 extra bonus pins there was pretty big, and was probably the match that pretty much secured me on the show. And then I bowled well my last 2 matches against Jesper and Frank Snodgrass, and ended up moving up into the 6th spot. So that was pretty awesome. Really happy that I made it through, worked through a lot of mental and physical issues. Probably just a little bit nervous, a little bit excited about being in this position of being able to make a US Open show, and it's not easy to deal with, but really happy that I was able to work through it and make it work. Grinded my way through all of match play. Never had a really bad game, and really didn't have any big games. just was really consistent, had a lot of close matches that didn't go my way, but I stayed in every match, had a chance, and yeah, that's what you got to do in match play at the US Open. Bowl decent scores and hope your opponent doesn't shoot big games against you, then you're going to have a chance to win a lot of matches, and that's what I did. So 6th seed on the show, first time that EMAX Bowling will be making a major TV show, so that's kind of cool, and I'm really looking forward to it.